Hi everyone. So it's Friday. A whole week has gone by since I was in Singapore, and I can hardly believe it. The days are flying by. We're a day away from the weekend. So how are you doing? I hope you've had a super week and that you are enjoying your day so far. I wanted to pop in and share with you a little bit about what we talked about at our workshop. I think it can really be helpful for you too. So here it goes. The first thing I'd like to say, I think this is the sweetest thing ever coming from Vedic astrology. It's said that when the sperm and the egg join together, a spark of light is right there in that very moment, this beautiful spark of light. The soul is formed, and the soul then makes its descent into the body through the astral spine. 7 whirling vortices of energy aligning our astral spine are formed, and they are the containers for our karma. So the life that you are living today is the result of your karma. And whatever you're reacting to today, depending on the density of that thought, it's going to be held in one of the 7 chakras. That's the astral body, and that astral body goes with you when you drop this physical body. That astral body, with all of your thoughts, words, and deeds, that's going to go with you to the other side. So our job, our responsibility now is to, the minute that soul came in, there was a problem. We forgot who we are. We started to identify with the body, forgetting that we're a soul. But just think about that first spark of light. We are a soul, and around this gorgeous light, we've become encrusted with all of this karma, this darkness, this sadness and fear and rage and anger. We've covered our light. So these 7 chakras, beginning at the base of the spine, we have the first chakra, which is the root chakra. And this relates to the part of our mind that's unconscious. So that chakra is a container of unconscious fear. And how do we know what's unconscious in us? Pay attention to what you react to. Because the world is going to mirror back to you unconscious fear. And we have the governing planet of this chakra, Saturn, who works with us. The planetary forces of Saturn works with us to break down those fear-based thought forms, and where we're too rigid and where we're dug in, and we've been so programmed and conditioned to act in a certain way with these dogmas, and we have to break that down. We're in this box, and Saturn comes along as the great taskmaster and the disciplinarian, and he turns us inward. He said, you know what? You got to take this energy inward and move it up the astral spine and connect with your Christ consciousness. So we need to work with the energy of Saturn in order to break down where we're bitter and become better at meditating, going within, and rising up like the phoenix to meet with the Christ consciousness within us, the I am that I am. So we have that root chakra, the container. It's the unconscious, it's fear. It's in direct opposition to love, which is up here. And but you can't maintain this consciousness without going within, looking at your darkness. Don't dwell. Move inward and upward. Saturn, the governing planet. The chakra is red. The element is earth. It's solid. But if you're too solid, if you're too rigid, you're going to be stuck. We need to get to the next chakra, which is orange. It is the sacral chakra, The governing planet is Jupiter, and Jupiter is it's a huge planet. It brings us joyous vitality and creativity. It is expansive energy, and it is water. So when we become like water, we can fill any container that we're in, but we never lose our essence. Water never loses its essence, whether it's an ice cube or it's in liquid form, it's still water. Ask yourself, am I a chameleon? Do I lose who I am, go along to get along, trying to fit in? Do I lose my essence? Work with Jupiterian energy so that you can maintain that joyful, vital, and creative you. Break through that. So this chakra is orange, the element is water. Now we move up, we're in the solar plexus. This is where humanity's stuck, seriously. This is the battlefield. If you know the Bhagavad Gita, it's a fantastic story of Arjuna with Krishna on the battlefield. This is where we have to choose love. We need to choose love in order to move up and get into the heart. But you know what? We are so addicted to our conditioning. We have made this world real, and the real world, which is limitless, in the flow, beauty, we have made that world something that we could never attain. We have these addictions to the world of form. And so we use the energy of Mars in a wrong way. Mars is fire. This energy is fire. It's the energy of God. And we can use that energy of God to move up. But we get so dug in. If we don't break down, go down to the root, if we don't break down that solid dug in, and we don't expand and, become liquid and move out into the world, then the fire, the energy becomes rigid. It becomes martial. It becomes control. It becomes rage. It becomes anger. And this is the battle. When we go to Egypt, you see Horus and Sobek in that temple of Kamambo, and really where we have to choose between move up, love, get in, move up to meet with the Christ consciousness, or you just fall back down. And Arjuna, he's on the battlefield, and Krishna's saying, Arjuna, shoot the arrows. You got to kill those thought forms that keep you stuck in the illusion. And it's a choice. We have to make that choice, and we can use the energy of Mars to work with us to get up into the heart, where now we're more expansive. The heart is, the color's green, it's the element of air, and if we use the energy of God, the fire energy of God, we can move into the heart chakra. We breathe easy. We can let go of those attachments. The heart is the container of our emotions. It holds sadness, it holds fear, it holds rage, it holds depression and grief. It is the master control. And if I move up into the heart and I'm using the energy of the fire, and now I'm into the element of air, I'm not going to have tentacles that are, keeping me attached to everything. The desires of the heart, that keep you attached. No, I am now using this energy to become more expansive, and my love becomes the love for one and all. I'm able to be in the world, not of the world. I'm using Venus, the governing planet of this chakra. She brings balance, she brings harmony, she brings peace, she brings unconditional love and acceptance, allowing everyone to be who they are, because I'm allowing myself to be who I am. I am authentic. I am using these planetary forces in a way that work for my greatest good, for my highest good. Beautiful planet, Venus. However, if I'm blocked here, I'll sell my soul. I'll work at that job I hate for the money. I'll stay in a relationship that's dead because, oh well, I'm not using these energies in a positive way. Now, okay, we got to move up here to the throat. This is turquoise. It's like the ocean. beautiful turquoise energy. It is ruled by Mercury. For all you astrologers out there, I'm sure you're aware that we are right now in a Mercury retrograde. It's going to move forward, I believe, on April the 15th, but for now, we are in retrograde. What is Mercury? This is all about sound. What you speak, what you say goes out, it comes back. Are you aware of that? I mean, really, most of us, we just say whatever, and everything you say, if it's positive, it's stored as karma, because karma just means action. If it's negative, it's stored as karma. Every thought, every word, every action is stored in one of your 7 chakras as karma. If we bring presence into the moment, if we bring God into the moment, then karma has no effect on us because we are in the presence, we are in oneness. We've got to, practice this. As the Course in Miracles says, our mind is so untrained. And we learn through heartache, headache. We learn by the lessons that it's brought to us, in our everyday life. But this chakra is really, really powerful. Sound. Everything you say has a consequence. Everything. And Mercury, the color of Mercury is green. And if you're not working with the planetary forces in a positive way, you're out of balance and you become really gossipy, you become really restless. Mercury is a very fast spinning planet. And this restlessness, you feel bored of life, all of this is all due to not embodying the planetary forces of Mercury in a positive way. We want to speak to inspire. We want to listen to understand. We want to have compassionate listening, speaking to inspire. We need to pay attention to this chakra because this is the last place where the caduceus, the solar and lunar energies, the kundalini. This is the path of the kundalini. The astral spine, she travels up and breaks through the barriers. That's starting at the root chakra. She's breaking down, the solid, the rigidity in you. If you don't do that, you're bitter. You get old and bitter. We don't want that. We want to get better and better. We break down those walls and we move in. We become fluid with life. We go with the flow, sacral chakra. We use the energy of God, the fire, to make choices. Not easy. When you know what's right, it's not always easy. You don't always want to do the right thing. You want to do what's easy. And it has a consequence. But if you use the fire of Mars, you move up into the heart. Now you're in the green, beautiful chakra of the heart. It's air. You can breathe easy now. It's expansive energy. And you're moving here into sound. You're getting into the ethers now. You're using Mercury and you're embodying Mercury and you're speaking to inspire and you are listening, seeking to understand, and you move up to the pineal gland, you're reaching light. The pineal gland has a positive and a negative to it, a negative pole and a positive pole. The positive is ruled by the sun, light, and the medulla oblongata, the negative pole is ruled by the moonlight. So these two orbs of light are here in our pineal gland. And when we get it, when we've come all the way through the astral spine and we finally, cross over here at the throat and meet here at the third eye and you see in Egypt, this is the path we walk in Egypt. Working with the energies, we go in and we start at the root chakra, Abu Simbel. We're on Lake Nasser on a fantastic cruise for 3 days, visiting temples around Lake Nasser, then moving into Phila, the sacral chakra, Isis. We are moving in and up. We are walking as the image and likeness of God. We are walking through the subtle energy body. We're walking through the astral spine, working with the energies, mastering the energies, understanding the planets, because I do teach this when we go to Egypt. It's fantastic. And then we get to the Giza Plateau and we are hooked up with our Christ consciousness, the I am that I am. It is fantastic. Egypt is fantastic for doing this inner work, for doing this walk through the astral spine, but we can do this in our daily life. Pay attention to where you're blocked. That's your karma. Wherever you're blocked is your karma. You don't want to take that with you. You want to heal unfinished business now. We forgive it all. We bring everything into the light. There's much work to be done on this planet. We can create the kingdom of heaven on earth. You know, it is a gift. Our life is truly a gift. It is a gift to live a joyous, vital, and creative life. You know, my dad told me that when I was a little girl, and I never forgot it. He used to say to me, honey, you are here to live a joyous, vital, and creative life. No better words ever spoken and sung to my heart. I think that is the greatest news ever. Your life is a gift. A gift. Don't hide your light. Bring the energy in. Break through the barriers, break through the veils, move up and become that soul, that spark of light that descended and now you've ascended. You involution of the soul to evolution, one with God. Isn't that beautiful? So I thought you'd like to hear the good news, and I'm happy to share it. So with that, I'm actually heading out for lunch and with a dear friend that I haven't seen for a while, but I couldn't do it without popping in just to share that with you. So I'll be back on Sunday because we are holding live stream Course in Miracles here in our center, 10 a.m. sharp in Malacca. All right. From my heart to yours, I'm sending you April showers of love, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. But for now, have a great weekend.